Hey all, Dr. Paul here, and for this video, what I'd like to do is show you all how to use my car wash business plan template, specifically the financial model, how to use it to go ahead and quickly and efficiently obtain your profit and loss statement as well as your income statement, just your financial projections for your car wash. So at the end of the video, what you're going to have is you're going to have completed your profit and loss statement for 12 months, your income statement for the next 5 years, your break-even analysis showing how many customers you need to serve on a daily basis in order to break even, as well as a business valuation based on your cash flows. So by the end of the video, we're going to have all that, and it's going to be in about 10 or so minutes. All right. So when I'm starting my car wash financial projections, I always start with the daily sales or the daily revenues. And the first part right here is, again, now keep in mind when we're doing our projections right here, typically it's going to be for a business that hasn't started yet. We don't know how many customers you're going to have, but we do need to know what the price, and we can ballpark the variable cost. So there's a lot of moving pieces right here. And what we need to do is we need to get the walls, we need to get the ceilings, we need to get the floors all put together. We just need to get some numbers on here. And then once we get the numbers on here, we can take a look at the revenues, we can take a look at the net profits, and then we can go ahead and start massaging the numbers to see where we want them to be. And then we can make the determination, is this business viable based on what we are looking at? All right, let's get started. So let's go ahead and just, again, start spitballing here. Average car wash, how many customers are we going to service on a daily basis? Let's go ahead and say we're going to be able to get 50 cars through our car wash. Our average price, we're probably going to have 3 different levels, the value, the intermediate, and the premium. So let's go ahead and say that our average price for a car wash is going to be $15. And then the variable costs, I love car washes because the variable costs are so darn low. You've got the soap. I mean, pretty much you got your soap and your Rain-X and stuff like that you're going to be using. We'll call that 15%, as well as water too. So how many days a week is your car wash going to be open? Typically, the car washes, from my experience, are going to be open 7 days a week because they've got the automated system. So once we hit that right there, once we are able to see here is we've got our revenues at about $270,000. That might be a little low for a car wash, so let's go ahead and bump that up right now to about 75 cars coming through our car wash. Next thing we need to take a look at is going to be the labor. How many, for the labor, we're going to break it into salary. I'm going to break it into employees. So how much money do you want to go ahead and make on a monthly basis? So let's go ahead and say the owner's salary is going to be about $50,000. And let's say you're going to be the manager. You don't need a manager. So we're going to take that $50,000. We're going to divide that by 12 because we need it monthly. Gives us $4,000. So we'll round it up to $4,200. Next is going to be employees. Do we need employees? If it's an automated car wash, you're probably not going to need any employees. You might need one employee. So we'll go ahead and go with one employee at $15 an hour. And then we'll call it it could be a full-time employee, it could be a part-time employee. I've seen it both ways. So I'm going to go ahead and call this a part-time employee. So I'm going to go ahead and take this 172 hours, which is 40 hours a week over a year divided by 12. And we're going to divide that by 2 because we're going to make this a part-time employee, and we'll run with that. So now we got our labor taken care of. The next thing we need to determine is going to be our startup cost. And for the startup cost, I always start with how much money are you coming out of pocket? How much skin in the game are you going to have? For a car wash, let's go ahead and say that you're going to come out of pocket with $50,000. The second part right here is going to be the difference. This is going to be the difference between all of your startup costs and your equity investment. We're going to go ahead and fill that part in. We're going to fill this part in last. All right, next is going to be the build out and purchase. Let's go ahead and say the car wash machine is going to cost $1.2 million. Working capital, say we want $25,000 in the bank. Working capital is how much money do we need to have in a checking account to make sure that our car wash is going to be able to stay in operations for the next 3 or 4 months until people start knowing about it. Miscellaneous car wash equipment. If you're going to have some people out there, with the towels drying them off, then of course we're going to have to increase our labor. But if you have that out there, then we might need some miscellaneous equipment. We'll call this $5,000. If you're going to have detail equipment, if you're going to offer a detail section as well, then you'll need equipment for that. We'll call this $7,500. And then inventory. Inventory should be relatively low because, again, you're going to have your soap and you're going to have your Rain-X and stuff like that. You're not going to have a huge inventory for a car wash. So we'll call it inventory. Let's call it $6,000. And again, I'm just spitballing numbers right here based off my experience working with several different people over the years for car washes. These numbers can change based on what your thoughts and ideas and your vision are for the business. Supplies should be relatively low. Typically, supplies could be your mop buckets and your brooms and such like that. For a car wash, it might be landscaping supplies if you can do that yourself. So we're going to go ahead and call this $3,500 for supplies. Advertising. You definitely need to let people know that you're going to be in business. Car wash is a volume business. The more people that know about your car wash, the better you're going to do. It's as simple as that. So let's go ahead and now this right here, this advertising. This is upfront before you open your car wash. How much money do you want to spend to let people know in your community, your flyers, your social media, and stuff like that, as well as signs out front. So let's go ahead and call this $15,000. Office equipment, typical office equipment for a car wash is going to be relatively low. Let's go ahead and call that $5,000. Licenses, let's call it $2,500. And the miscellaneous is going to be anything that comes up that you're not expecting. Maybe you want to put a security system out front, a little bit of cameras, just to make sure that you're able to protect your property. So we'll call that $3,500. Next is going to be your rent. If you're purchasing straight out, then you don't have to worry about the rent. But if you're leasing a location, then you do. So let's call this $3,500 for the lease. And actually, you know what? We're going to skip that. We're going to say that you're buying the location. 1.2 million should get you close to that. Even if we have to go 1.4 or 1.5 million, you still, typically from my car washes, from my experience, you're buying the land. Utilities, how much you're going to pay for utilities, and your water could be a utility. Well, it is a utility, but you can also consider that as a variable cost as well. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to go $650 for utilities. Office expenses, it should be relatively low. Let's call that $350. Insurance, we'll call that $250. Accounting and legal, we'll call that $100 a month. And then again, these right here are our monthly fixed costs. These are our startup costs. These are the costs we're spending before day one. And then our fixed cost is what we're spending after day one for the continuous future. Advertising, let's go ahead and say we're going to spend $1,500 a month. We're going to do social media for our car wash. We're going to continue to do flyers, maybe a little bit of door hangers. And then other is going to be the catch-all, is any kind of surprises that we have, any kind of maintenance that we need to do on the car wash, anything that just comes up unexpectedly, we'll call that $1,500 a month. The next section right here is going to be a tax rate. Let's say we're going to have a 20% tax rate. And then growth rates. Here's when we need to start considering our future. How are we going to grow our organization? Are we just going to keep one car wash at this location and call it a day and just grow our sales from there? Or are we going to expand the car wash to different locations throughout the area? So this right here, again, is when you're going to go ahead and take that into consideration. So I'm going to go ahead and say we're going to have growth rate for the first year of 15%, 10% second year, and 5% year after. And again, these growth rates would change if you're going to open up a second, third, or fourth shop. But so keep that in mind. Cost of goods sold, I'm going to go ahead and say our cost of goods sold is going to grow at about 4%, which is typical, and usually aligns with your inflation. Salary, we're going to say our salary is going to grow at 3%, and our labor, we're going to pay our employees, we're going to give them raises 3% a year. Next is going to be the growth in advertising. Once you establish your car wash, typically what I've seen based on conversations with other car wash owners, they tend to scale back a little bit for the advertising once they hit the numbers that they want to look at. So I'll call that growth rate of 2%. Office equipment, we'll say 2% growth rate. Utilities, 2% growth rate. Legal, 2%. Insurance, and then other 2% as well. All right, so now what we have here, the next section is going to be the loan information. And so what we need to do here is what I forgot to do is we've got a total startup cost of $1.2 million, and we were investing $50,000. So we need to figure out what our loan is going to be. So we're going to take our $1.2 million, and we are going to subtract our $50,000 investment, and that is going to give us we need still $1.18 million. So I'm going to go ahead and put that right here, 1.181000. And that gives us our loan amount right here. So now once we have our loan amount, that the plug for our startup cost is going to automatically populate down here. The next thing we need to do is estimate what our interest rate is going to be. And let's say that we're buying the property and we're going to kick out the term for 20 years. So now we got our loan information. So we've got all this information right here. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the revenues and we're going to take a look at our net profits. And this is what I do with my clients. I'm going to say, look, we got revenues right now of $435,000 with a net profit of $59,000. This also includes paying yourself $4,200. For me, in my opinion, entrepreneurs shouldn't get out of bed unless you're going to have target a net profit of $100,000. So let's go ahead and massage these revenues to get the revenues up to, or the net profits up to $100,000. So what I'm going to say is, we're probably not going to be able to do much with the price. The price is going to be what it is. We might be able to move that to $17. And then, well, even moving that to $17 gets us really close to where we need to be. So let's go ahead and say we can get 80 customers in there. Right. So our target now is going to be 80 customers with an average price of $17 with a variable cost of 50%. So if we're able to hit our 80 customers with an average ticket price of $17, we're going to be able to get our revenues of $526,000. As long as we maintain our costs, our net profit should be close to $121,000. Not bad with our salary of $50,000 as well. So once we're done with this financial model, what it does is rolls all the numbers into our profit and loss statement for the next 12 months, month 1 through month 3, 4 through 6, as well as gives us an income pro forma income statement for the next 5 years, showing our net profits growing from $121,000 all the way up to $208,000. Again, as long as we hit our growth rates now. Here is the wonderful thing. I love the break-even analysis, because what this tells us now is it allows us to go ahead and know a range for customers. Right now, to break even, we need daily customers, 23 customers. If we get 23 customers in the door, it's going to cover our salary as well as all of our costs. We're going to break even. So now we know that we need to target between 23 customers to 80 customers in order to break even and meet our profits that we want to reach. So now we've got, and that's a huge range for a car wash, but also consider, it is a car wash. If you might have slow days where you're going to have 20 people, you might have, busier days, you get 100. So just keep that in mind. And then finally, here is our capital budgeting. So what this right here tells us is, based on the cash flows, the value of the business is $1.5 million. So we do have a huge fixed cost, or we do have a large fixed cost. You've got a large fixed cost when you start in a car wash of $1.2 million. And at the end of the day, your net present value, or the business valuation based on cash flows, is going to be $1.55 million. It's not bad. It's not, but you also have to remember that this is, the valuation based on the cash flows. All right. Hopefully this information was helpful. As always, if you're interested in purchasing the template, the link is below, and let's go ahead and wrap it up. Hopefully y'all found this information helpful, and if you are looking for an industry-specific business plan as well as a financial model, check out the link below. If you want some more information on how to better understand your financial projections, check out my Beginner's Guide to Understanding Financial Statements and Financial Ratios. It's published on Amazon as well as on my website. And then finally, go ahead and please like, subscribe, and go out and make a little bit of money.